Have you ever had the unfortunate pleasure of your car stalling out on the expressway or on any type of parkway, driveway, anywhere where you're supposed to be moving and your car stalls out? It is quite embarrassing, but the worst part is how you affect everyone else on the street. When you stall, when your car stops moving, especially on a highway, it really radically changes traffic patterns. It starts to back up because even though there's other lanes for people to go in, they're not expecting you to be stopped or stalled on the street. And they've got to now merge into traffic that is moving quite quickly on your right and left. And that gets kind of dangerous and it causes all kinds of problems. And if it's on a real busy highway, that will back up traffic for miles. Just a simple thing like stalling out, a battery that's gone dead. Quite embarrassing. Now there's a couple of ways that you can fix that by getting a jump start, or if you have a manual transmission, you just have to push it fast enough and pop the clutch and it will jump start your car on your own. This is very similar to the American worker. There's a lot of stalled cars. Actually, in the workplace, there are more stalled cars than anywhere in the world in actual cars. When we know that 70% of the American workers are unhappy doing what they're doing, those are stalled cars. Or, at the very best, they are a slow car moving in the fast lane. You've, I'm sure, had that happen to you too, which is also very frustrating because now you have to pass on the right and merge back into the left, which is the opposite of the way it's supposed to do, and that affects traffic patterns when someone won't move over, when they're lazy and unresponsible and they're moving very, very slow in the fast lane. That happens at the workplace. We've got American workers, 70% of our workforce, that are stalled at their desk. They're just sitting there. They're broken down. They're not moving, or they're moving really, really slow. And this causes the same effect, the ripple effect, that it does in a traffic pattern. It changes the traffic patterns where it gets a traffic jam. The work log starts to build up. Other people now have to take on your responsibility to get it done. It forces a business to move slower because of your pace or lack of pace. Well, just like a car, there's a couple of things you can do to jumpstart your life. Number one, treat your life like a manual transmission, which means that if you're stalled, all you've got to get out and do is take in a massive amount of action every day in a short period of time and pop the clutch. That's your attitude. Pop that bad boy. Make it better. That will create energy and momentum, and it will carry you through. That will jumpstart your life, career, or work. But you've got to take a lot of action where right now you're taking very little action. The second way, and this is the absolute best way, I believe you should do both of them, but the second way is the best way. That's to hook up with somebody who's got a lot of energy, a lot of passion, just like you would your car when you connect a positive and negative cable from a healthy battery to a negative battery or a battery that's depleted. You jumpstart it. You get to somebody who's got their engines revving, who are running, who's healthy. Find somebody in your sphere of influence and hook up with them. Get around them as much as you possibly can because passion must be caught, not taught. It has to be transferred. I suggest you do both of these. Take massive amounts of energy and hook up with somebody who's healthy. And this will jumpstart your life, your career, your job, so that you're not moving slow like a grandma in the fast lane or stalled on the highway forcing traffic jams. My name is Ed Carcarey. I'd love to connect with you at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion, you'll find your life.